Ah! Ah! Okay, 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 wait. No, wait. Okay. Hey everyone! Hey! We're really happy that this is finally going to be released, but this was a project like a few months ago. I'm just recording it now since I needed to know like they didn't do any changes. But this house is now out and you can actually buy it. It's one of the pre-built houses they're going to add. So you can actually have one of a house. You can actually have a house that I made. Yeah. So that's fun. So I made this house. Yeah, actually, if you watch this, you've seen the walkthrough of the house. But we're gonna do a more in-depth tour of everything in it. So stay tuned. It's actually quite a long video. I don't know how, but I seem to yap my way to saying a lot of things about this house, but it actually didn't take that long to build this. But I'm really happy on how it turned out. It's actually like meant to look like it's floating. You see these parts. I forgot to say this house is like what worth 1 million, and you need also like 3,500 Bloxbucks. I'm not sure the exact amount. I'll put it up here when they release it, but you need that amount to buy this house. Okay, where was I? So let's start the tour. So before I start, I want to show first the requirements we were given. So we were all given a certain type of house and the restrictions we all needed to follow. So for mine is a hillside luxury modern home that uses basement, large plot, and multiple floor game passes. So it will use materials like glass, concrete, steel, and wood, so it's more minimalist and sleek. So you'll see that in the design. I mean, I showed the walkthrough before, so that's about it. So we'll do a modern or contemporary style. So for the exterior, it's very built in with a natural environment. So rather than just being a house on top of a hill, it will be integrated to the hill and be like part of the landscape itself. So for me, I wanted to use a lot more concrete to be similar to stone in that sense. So we'll use large glass walls to capture stunning views, connecting indoor and outdoor spaces effortlessly. So that's a part of the thing I really wanted to incorporate, that indoor outdoor feel of the house. But next, for the interior, they want sleek style, top-notch finishes and advanced technology, clean lines, open spaces, and lots of natural light. I really wanted this since it's also in the mountain. One of the biggest challenges for this house is that since it's in the mountain, it's practically all in a basement. So having opportunities to put natural light is very important so that the space doesn't feel like you're in an actual basement or like crawl space. Rather, it would feel like open, even though you're underground technically. For the landscape, it will use sophisticated design with nature, clean, elegant lines once again, plant choices, and features like water elements and fire pits for both beauty and functionality. We'll use materials such as stone, concrete, and metal. So we want this to be integrated with the surroundings of the site. So ideally, you'd want tiered to match the contours of the hill, or like you'll use various levels, which was quite a challenge since this build, you'll see later, won't allow that much use of basic shapes. So additional note, this house should be located on the hillside and it should be nestled into the slope like the house. with unique architectural opportunities, which I had fun doing. And we'll use multiple levels and terraces to maximize space of indoor and outdoor living. So my budget was 1 million. I think this is the highest or maybe one of the highest, and could use basement large plot, multiple floors as well as advanced placement, but limited to no use of basic shapes and transform plus. I used some only for 2 parts, so it's not a lot, and I think using it was important for those spaces exactly. No use of Bloxburg items, but for this house, I was allowed to do it since they required me to make it much more luxurious, and those items really give that feel. No vehicles present, that's a given for most pre-built since it's expected for them to add their own car, especially since vehicles are worth a lot of money. No use of seasonal items. Yeah, since oh no, it it shouldn't be allowed all year. No use of custom decals. You'll see that in the build. It's pretty much just the same decal that what do you call that? The one that's like Bloxicola. And no use of items that are locked behind the level reward track. They specified to me I could use up to level 4. So level 4 of all skills, gardening and athletic. I could use items up to level 4. Then should increase moods. So that's a given for houses. Like you should have all these things in the house. And we could use references, but no direct representations of any real life layout or plan. That's a given. I'm an architecture student, so like I really don't like copying builds unless it's for like a study or I'm copying something that's easily recognizable. That's an example. The Encanto house. I tried to make it as accurate as possible, and Eiffel Tower, which is one of my favorite builds since it really turned out well. Build requirements. This is what they wanted. House integrated into the hill. Massive basement garage. Big wall surrounding the house with a large gate. Not really follow that, but in a sense I did. I have fencing all around and the house is elevated, so it's not that easily accessible, although it still is. Security cameras, I put that. Large pool and basketball or tennis court. I chose a basketball court since, of course, we don't have tennis courts that are functional. Home theater, which had some changes since we couldn't use projectors and the TVs were too small for like a home theater for this scale. Elevators, which I have, multiple patios and large windows, which is common for these types of houses. And gave us keywords to help us to, to make it easier for us to find inspiration for this house. Because I hated the normal black and white mansions, like those mega mansions, I hate that with a passion. Just because those houses are just like so big and not really that good looking. Like I think they're ugly. I wanted it to be much more natural. So I went with a brutalist look. So my concept is like, what do you call this? A bunker. So I used a lot of concrete for this build. So it would, since it's a hillside mansion, I wanted it to be more integrated into the mountain rather than just being put on top of a mountain than having that. So yeah. So for that I used a lot of concrete and some of this texture. It gives wood, like painted wood, but it also gives like that stone texture which I like, which fits in well with this house. For the colors, I used a lot of custom colors. It's a thing that we were allowed to use. And I used this color. I didn't match it with the ground, but I made it blend. I made it not stand out when next to camo or with my neighborhood grass color. So that's why I did that. So let's start. The tour. So as you enter, you have these metal gates. Kind of fortifies the fact that it's meant to feel like a bunker. But I wanted it to be much more luxurious because it's $1 million. And as you enter, there's stairs leading up to the main entrance, as well as a ramp going to the basement. Let's first go to the basement since this is the first thing I built. So this basement actually was pretty much the deciding factor on what style I wanted this house to be. At first, I was thinking a more futuristic style, and this was a much more darker area. That like the walls were pretty much black and had like neon lights all over it. But as I thought about it through, it won't be practical for it to be like that since I'd have to apply it everywhere else in the house, which won't be I think it won't be enough for the budget. The budget's already 1 million. And this amount, the extra amount is from the Bloxburg items. So don't worry about it. So we also have these thing. I don't know anything about cars, but there's like the part where you work under the car. This like raises it up. It's just the canopy thing, gazebo thing. So it's not really a build hack, more like I just scaled this down. And over here it's like an area for you to store your tools and stuff. Also have a sink and some stuff. At first there were stuff in the cabinets, but I had to delete them. Yeah. Next is this. This is the part towards the main entrance, or like the main stairwell. And we also have the power box over here. There's also the, what do you call this? Auto door sensor in this house, which you don't really need, but I put it there if people want to. So, yeah, that's it for the garage. Next is the entrance. We're here. We'll check it out later, but there's a basketball court, which is another requirement. I forgot if I said that. Anyway, this is the main entrance. As you enter, there's a small sitting area over here, as well as the bench for you to place your shoes, as well as this thing where you could drop your keys and stuff as you enter. And we have these plants. Actually really happy I got to work with these plants as well as the new textures since I started late on my built house. As you realize, like some houses were late. I was one of those. Sorry, but yeah. Over here would be the gym and the bedrooms, which we'll check out later. And this is the main stairwell. As you can see, we'll see later in the plans. The house is like shaped like an L, and where that L meets is where the main stairway is. So if you get lost in this house, if you ever purchase it, just go to the middle. You could easily navigate the house through that. And it's separated, I think it's separated fine. I'm happy with the layout of this house. So as you enter, this is the main drawing room, like where guests sit as they enter the house. This like where you could meet them, where you can talk to them. So this is just a small living room with no TV. It's just a conversation area. And over here is the guest bedroom with its own guest bathroom. All the bathrooms are pretty much the same. There's only slight changes between them. And this is actually inspired by the bathroom I made in the tropical mansion. I really like this bathroom though. Even though it's simple, really happy with this. And this is the bedroom. Bedrooms are similar, but they're not the same. But mostly use the same items because I expected people to like decorate this on their own. But I wanted it to be full enough so people don't have to. And for the colors, I really went with a more neutral style. It's like aesthetic versus modern, that style. So it's much more approachable to like the player base. Over here is like a sitting area as well as a garden where you could level up your gardening. And outside we have sun chairs, and these doors also open. These are new doors. You have sun chairs facing out the backyard, which is the pool. We'll check out later. So I think we should go down first. So this house is an elevator that goes from the basement up to the fourth or fifth floor. I think fifth floor. It goes to max build height. Goes to max build height, which is fun. Let's go downstairs first. So downstairs, this part we have a bathroom. This is the bathroom, public use, like not public use, but this is one of the bathrooms that's not within the bedroom. So this is probably the bathroom you will use if you use the pool or if you need to go to the bathroom from this room, which we'll see later. And the bathroom for the main living space. So this is the main living space, like open concept family room, that thing. So we have a family area here. You could watch TV. It sits a lot of people, surprising. You could add more seats if you want. You could put more ottomans at the front, those stuff. And we have a 10-seater dining room, which is a lot. I don't think even this house is enough for all the beds that we have. Could probably add more since I wasn't thinking but I placed this dining table. But you could definitely make it longer or just add more chairs, honestly. You have a painting here. You can see I pretty much used all the same paintings since you could not change the decals. And over here is what do you call this? The kitchen. Yes. We have a sink facing the backyard, the pool, dishwasher, and we have an island here for people that eat something different cooked food here. And we have fridge, microwave, and oven. And over here is the cooktop. Also have this. Outside is an outdoor kitchen towards the backyard, but we'll check that out later. And over here is like the freezer. Oh, it's poking through. You'll fix that. I trust you. And the pantry as well as like a dirty kitchen thing. So like a common thing is that we have this clean kitchen, so it's always clean when people visit. Then you'll have a dirty kitchen behind where you actually do the cooking. Or yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think we'll move on to the bedrooms. So this part of the whole house, even upstairs, is the bedroom spaces. So we have the guest room there, but this is more for the family. And over here we have like a reading area and another sitting area. And over here is like a desk space for the children. So I think we should go to their bedrooms first. So this is their bedroom. Really cute. It's a 4 bunk bed type of situation. Ashley asked me to put a banana, so I put one. So you can see they have their own beds and like toys and stuff. Over here, they have their own bathroom, and that's pretty much it for this bedroom. It also has access outside, so you could view the backyard again. And then next is, let's go here. This is another bedroom. This is the bedroom that I least like, mainly because it has no windows, so it's a bit sad. But I added this mirror to like give it the feel of a window. I don't think it works, but it also has its own bathroom and it's just a single bed. Also has their own desk. That's pretty much it for this one. Over here is the laundry room. Pretty big actually, and you have a lot of stuff on laundry. Love it, love it. And over here is another bedroom. You have this bedroom. Really nice. Really nice. I've been liking using this countertop as tables because it's very built in and it's not bulky. Like the underneath is not solid, so it doesn't feel obtrusive and has its own bathroom once again. What else? Oh, we're going upstairs. So this is upstairs. We have another bedroom and a bathroom and pretty much the same at the other side. See? But this one has access to the backyard. You could actually go to the backyard from upstairs, this hallway, this bedroom, as well as this gym. which you saw before. We have a gym. Is this closed? So we have a gym. I didn't get to put training equipment because those are in a level locked system. So I put what you can have for level 4, and we have here for yoga and stuff. Over here is another bathroom. This is like the upstairs bathroom. We have a sauna here. I actually used the sauna item before, but I realized it's also in a locked level. But you get one free when you level your athletic high enough, so you could replace this one eventually. But yeah, this is the bathroom. And back outside, we have a large what do you call this? Basketball court. The thing about this basketball court is that it being one of the requirements or that are a tennis court, which I chose basketball court because they don't have tennis equipment or functional tennis stuff. I used the basketball court, which I didn't realize are like how massive they are. They're like a sixth of the plot, which is really big. So you have to work around this when laying this out. When I was laying out the house, like planning out where to put the rooms and stuff, this and the pool were the two main things that I needed to figure out on where to place. And I want them both to be separate since having them next to each other would feel like how do you say this? It's like you're having a lot of open space with nothing in between. Having a lot of open space, it just makes the plot feel empty and not that efficient, if that makes sense. So what I did is make this one floor higher, this one floor lower, and we could check the pool now. So this is the pool. This actually got a lot of changes to it. At first, it was just like a normal infinity pool, but it uses a bug which they don't want to like show. They don't want to have like a pre-built house that has an actual bug, so they didn't use that. So this is like the last reiteration of the design where we were then allowed to use Bloxburg item, and this is one of the spots that where I used basic shapes. So this is basic shapes. So it's not basement level since this is actually the basement. That's also one of the reasons that's one of my worries about this plot is that I won't get to use the basement as much. Let me show this. So if you see the basement, at first it was gonna be only this part, which wouldn't be efficient. Like it would be a waste of the game pass if it were just this. Let's not look at that. So having this part will make it much more worth it, as well as this, which we'll see later, would make it much of a worth it plot having the basement game pass since you like utilize it to its fullest potential. What else? Okay, let's go back. So for the pool, we have 2 layers. This part isn't actually meant to be swam. Like you shouldn't swim here since there's not really a way to get in and out of that. But if you get stuck, you could just jump. But this is pretty much just one for like the fountains and stuff. Sitting area here, fire pit. Then over here is the main pool. So I used the shallow one. Before it was like there's a deep part, but I removed that just so I could save money. So we have some floaties and some sun chairs, more sun chairs here. And also we have a jacuzzi, which is another of our Bloxburg spins. And another sitting area. And the outdoor really fun and outdoor kitchen and sitting area. So this is the outdoor kitchen I showed earlier. Has a grill, has a sink. I didn't realize I could put a mini fridge now, but you could probably do that since I didn't realize since it was towards by the end of this project where we were allowed or where I was allowed to use Bloxburg for Prebuilts. Now let's move on to this room, probably one of my favorite rooms of this house, the cinema. So at first, this area was actually a bowling alley since you couldn't use Bloxbox items. I keep repeating that. Since that was one of my main issues with the requirements. They asked for a heater, but you couldn't use Bloxbox items before. So I asked if I could use anything equivalent, and they said yes. I made the bowling alley, but they also said I could use Bloxbox items now, but I thought it was still part of the budget, so I didn't do it. But then again, um, um, they said I should change it up since I mean I knew about this since the bowling alley isn't functional, so it would be a waste of space since the place itself isn't functional. So so because of that, we what do you say this? Because of that, I gutted that part out and changed it to this movie theater. And also, there was an old movie theater that was hidden and like ruined because I couldn't put a projector. So like the story was you deleted or they abandoned or forgotten about that there was a movie theater because it was also behind a secret door. So they didn't know about that there was a movie theater because it wasn't being used. Yes. Okay. So this is the new movie theater. What I like about it is that it's tiered. So it's not just a flat floor. And I tried my best so that when someone sits, they actually don't block the way. They kind of block the way because of my hat, but if you watch it from here, like they're pretty below you. So I tried to get used of the sidelines because this is Bloxburg. I don't want to compute stuff. And back here is like concession stand, good popcorn machine, vending machine, some Slurpees, and some cabinets stuff. And over here, other more seating. That's pretty much it for this one. Plus we forgot. Alright. So pretty much showed all the bedrooms, but there's one more bedroom I had to show you. Which that is the last one. Oh, it only goes 4 floors. Wait, this is the wrong floor. Now let's just go down. So this is the rooftop. It's like a roof deck. That's about it. Okay. So this is the primary suite. So this is like the owner's bedroom, owner's spot of the house. So over here we have an office, pretty cool office. You could use this office. You could actually check the camera. So this is also one of the requirements of the house to have cameras. This is one of the last things I added to the house. Okay, bills. Creaking. Oh, so there's a lot of cameras. This is the main gate one, bedroom, hallway, pool, cinema, entrance. So this is like the gym. Entrance again, main living space. Okay. Yeah, that's everything. So this is just a small office. Get the bookshelf. Actually really like that they added these plants. The new plants keep getting better. So we have also a sitting area at the top, just like these chairs. And over here is the main bathroom. You have a wall toilet. I actually really like these toilets. And shower and double vanity. Like how this like went worked out. Like the windows just going over. Does it feel too forced? And this is probably my favorite part. One of my favorites. The like outdoor, not really bathroom. I've been liking this tub. Another build I have has a tub like this. It's like freestanding with plants in it. It's just like a dream of mine to do. But I could get away with this since it's like very rated. Like you couldn't see people from this floor, and the only way you could really see people is if you access this part, which is pretty much only for the people who live here, for like stay at this floor. Or if you're a creep, you could just like drone in and you could see me. Hey, like that. Something like that. Over here is a closet. Nothing special. Don't really like walk-in closets. Then over here is the main bedroom. Has its own seating area. Not that great of a view though, which is a bummer. But this is pretty simple. Didn't really add much to this bedroom. And we have another sun deck area here. But we have the outside. The new landscapes actually looks nice. I didn't realize that. Else? Did I forget anything? I don't think so. Okay. So I think I've showed every room. I mean 25 minutes? Oh wow. Okay. So I think I should show you now the floor plans. So this is the basement. You can see I actually used a lot of the basement. Even though it doesn't look a lot, it's actually quite a lot. I used it for this part, which is the bottom half of the theater or the cinema. I used it for the basement. I used it for some of the stairs. I used the floating trick for the stairs so I could have half stairs, which is a thing I want to have for this game. Then used it for the pool. This one, quite a challenge to do, but I already did it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And for this part as well. So next is the first or ground level. So you could see that the theater actually used some stuff. I think these are carpets. Oh, it's cubes. So I used cubes for that. And you have the laundry, bedrooms, bathroom, the balcony, sitting area, and the living space, dirty kitchen, the outdoor pool. Also, top down like that. Oh, oh wait, this is the projector. I thought I missed something. That's actually functional. I forgot to say. I forgot to show. That's functional. But basement again, grid. I don't know why you'll need the grid because you won't need to rebuild this. Next is the first floor, which is the second floor if you were talking about Bloxburg terms. So this is the guests area. This is private. It's actually really weird for this house to start at the second floor, but the main space being still on the first floor. But that's how it worked out since I wanted to work around with the pool. I could have used the pool at the second floor, but pools at the second floor are uglier. Like, look at that. That's not cute. Looks like plastic. Gives me flashbacks to 2021, which we don't like. So, what else? Okay. So, this is the second floor. You have the basketball court, bedrooms, the gym, and bathroom. You have the guests area. Then, lastly, is the main suite with the bedroom, closet, bathroom, and office. Lastly, roof. So, this house is actually pretty big. So, in total, it has 7 bedrooms. And is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's very simple compared to what I normally do. But I chose like quantity rather than quality. If you could understand that, since even if I wanted to do custom furniture, I probably wouldn't for this house. Because one, this is meant for more the majority of players, which I don't think would handle the lag normally my builds have. So I'd want this to be much more accessible for people. But if they chose to like allow me to have like a laggy builds or even just open up the marketplace for more players, I would upload my build since I hate doing speed builds. It's actually one of my most disliked things. because I think if you if you've done like speed builds, you would know I keep changing things. I've tried to cut out things I changed, but there's just a lot of them that I just now just upload them sped up because I can't edit like 6 hours or like 12 hours of me working on a build. Usually, my big builds like take 48 hours. That's like my big projects that I did recently. But I've been doing much smaller projects now because I don't have much time.